She unsheathes her daggers and joins her fingers together just like me so that she can begin poking Gontok's throat with them. You two are really beginning to get on my nerves, you know that, Gontok says. Layla does not react to Gontok's words as she is now focusing on her... Can you imagine? Holy shit, I just thought of something. If you actually have enough like combat technique and stuff like that, you could actually probably like fight him for a little while. You probably won't be able to defeat him or anything or survive for too long, but still, like, you can have a decent fight if you had like, I've had one more point in aura manipulation or whatever. Not aura manipulation, the combat technique. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking cool. If we can do that in the perfect playthrough or whatever. I've done the perfect playthrough of the second, definitely done of the second book. I'm really looking forward to the third book as well. So cool. I love looking at the various different endings we could have gone for. Regardless, where were we? Layla does not react to Gontok's words as she is now focusing all her attention on her techniques. After a few failed attempts, Layla finally finds the correct pressure point. When she stops moving her fingers, I can immediately sense the giant's aura going completely haywire. Gontok says as he is now grabbing his forehead with both his hands. What did you do to me, you sneaky bastard? Well, I say, when I was watching Gontok take 2 small steps back to avoid losing his balance, it looks like what we did to you is we made you lose the bet. You weren't supposed to move from the spot until 60 seconds were over, but I saw you taking 2 steps back just now. You're not going to deny that, are you? I only took 2 steps back because you tricked me, Gontok says, as he's still struggling to deal with his headache. That wasn't a massage, it was something else, it wasn't part of the deal, and yet you said very clearly earlier that you weren't going to cancel the bet because of what Barry was doing. Layla writes, you also told me that I could attack your neck in any way I wanted, not only with my dagger. Are you saying that you are going back on your words? No, of course not, Gontok says as the headache seems to be getting better. There is no honor in breaking one's words, so, you will let us go then, Layla writes calmly. But my orders, I don't... screw this, Gontok says. Just because the 2 of you are honorless dogs who resort to petty tricks to win does not mean that I should stoop down to your level. A deal's a deal. You're free to go. Now get the hell out of my sight. What did you just say? We suddenly hear the voice of illusionist royal guards. We heard arguing Gontok yesterday before they teleported away. Just like the last time, the royal guard's voice appears to be coming from all around us. It is impossible to sense his aura, even though I'm sure he must be hiding invisibly somewhere in the corridor. Oh, is the fight finally over? We now hear the familiar voice of a certain dark-skinned mercenary who has apparently only just stopped suppressing his aura, is now entering a corridor. Thank the gods, I think must have been only seconds away from dying of boredom. What are you doing here, Loirang? Oh, Loirang, the illusionist asked the dark-skinned royal guard as he is still approaching us. You were supposed to be helping the others with destroying the royal place. I'm sorry, what was your name again? Loirang asked the illusionist while looking in a random direction where he imagines his royal guard colleague might be hiding. My name is, the illusionist has to say, but Loirang interrupts him. It doesn't matter, Loirang says. I didn't come here to talk to you anyway. Hey, Gontok, I have an idea. I have a question for you. Do you have any idea how we can remove these weird devices below our necks? I've been trying to take mine off since yesterday, but the damn thing seems to be implanted into my skin or something. Why would you want to take it off? Gontok says. Those devices were put there so that King can teleport us to him whenever he's in danger. Okay, but hypothetically speaking, if someone wanted to get such a device removed, how would they go about doing that? Loirang says, you can't remove the device, Gontok says. We were already told this on the day when we became royal guards. Weren't you listening? The only situation in which these devices would detach themselves from your skin is if the king dies. I was afraid you might say something like that, Loirang says. Yeah, he probably wants to get out of town or whatever. Hey, Loirang, what's gotten into you? You're not acting like yourself. Isn't it obvious, you cretin? The illusionist royal guard says he's planning to betray us. He's going to try to kill the king so that he can flee the city without being teleported back. Do you already forget that he tried to run away yesterday too? Watch your tongue, Gontok says. This is my friend you're talking about. Actually, he's right, Loirang says. Getting the king killed is exactly what I'm planning to do. You're not... No, you can't be serious, Gontok says. Why would you do something like that? If you want to kill the king, then you better wait in line. We were here first. That is hilarious. What a coincidence. We want to kill the king too. Why don't we join forces? You're going to kill the king? Perfect. Let's work for us then. I think the funny one is this one. If you want to kill the king, then you better wait in line. We were here first. No, it's not like I'm gonna attack him directly anyway, Loirang says. The tournament spell still prevents me from hurting any of the locals, remember? Obviously what I meant was that I would help you kill him for me. You will pay for this, you traitor, Illusionist says. Gondok, what are you standing there for? Kill him immediately. Loirang, why are you doing this? Gondok says. I thought we were a team. Why would you want to abandon everything we have built here? The king has already agreed to appoint me as the new Royal Guard captain. It's only a matter of time until I convince him that all the other kingdoms are out to get him, and then we'll finally get to put all of this technologically advanced arsenal to proper use. Is he a warmonger? Is that what's happening here? I was thinking like what his goal is, Gontok's goal. It sounds like he's just a warmonger. He just wants to fight or something. And we'll finally put all this technologically advanced arsenal to proper use. With the King of Olender as our puppet, will conquer all of the other cities in Varathia. We will become the rulers of this continent. Isn't this what you also wanted? The king as your puppet? Illusionist says, baffled. Did you completely forget that I'm still here, or are you just ignoring me at this point? You're the one who came up with all these grand schemes, Gondok, not me. Loirang answers Gondok as acting as if the illusionist never said anything. I'm a mercenary. I'm only in it for the money. Joining the Royal Guard that seemed like a good idea at the time, but lately he's been a little more trouble than it's worth. That's why I decided yesterday it was about time to cut my losses and try my luck elsewhere. She's going to leave just like that, Gondok says, without even saying a word to me. And what am I supposed to say? Loirang asks. Would you have left the city with me if I asked you to do it? Of course you wouldn't. You've already put too much effort into the ruse of yours. This ruse of yours for you to even consider abandoning your plans. There was no use speaking to you about it because I already knew what you were going to say. So now you're going to have the king killed and ruin all of my ambition without a second thought. Is that it? Gondok says angrily. Be serious, Gondok, Loirang says. Your ridiculous plan could have never worked in a million years. Can't you see that you're not even capable of having a normal conversation with me without giving away all of your secret plans to one of the king's most trusted allies? The king has obviously been aware of your hidden ambition from the very beginning. The only reason why he kept you around with him was because he suspected the organizers of rigging the protection spell in such a way that it would malfunction against citizens from Olender. And he wanted to have someone powerful defending him from the other tournament participants just in case. You're nothing but a useful tool to him. I assure you that he is planning to dispose of you the minute after the tournament is over. Yeah, that is a very good assumption. Kings usually do know a lot. If you want to read a story with like a king that's like really good at all these like manipulation games, what was the name? Demonic Emperor, I believe, is the name. It's a manhwa, but read that. It's really good. And the king is like really fucking devious, and there's like so much politics in that one too. It's really good. You can know that, Gondok says. Of course I can, Loirang says. I know people. It doesn't take me much to figure out what opinion the king has of you. I could see it all on his face every time he spoke with you. The man doesn't trust you one bit. He's been leading you on this whole time. He's been using your own greed against you to keep you on a leash. That's why he made you the new captain. He knows exactly what you're after. He isn't afraid to give you what you want to in order to avoid raising your suspicion. He wants you to be his loyal dog until the moment when you no longer need you, at which point he'll have you executed without a second thought. I've heard enough of that, Gondok says. You're not going to help anyone kill the king. I won't let you. Is that supposed to be a threat? Loirang says in his characteristic laid-back tone. Gondok, my friend, have you ever wondered why I decided to travel together with you when I came across you on the first day of the tournament? Did you really think that I would risk walking side by side all this time with someone that I thought would have even the slightest chance of defeating me in battle? You clearly must not know me very well. So first you insult my intelligence, and now you insult my combat prowess, Gondok says, as he seems to be barely able to contain his rage. Do you seriously think you can afford to be so confident just because those weapons of yours are sharp enough to cut through my skin? Trust me, it's not just because of the sharpness of my weapon that I'm being confident, Loirang says. If you don't believe me, you're free to test my skills whenever you're ready. Just don't blame me, you will lose an arm or two in the process. So, Loirang did not fight us when we were in that one shop, the herbalist shop. So from the looks of it, he is weaker than our entire group together, but he is stronger than Gondork, who's like at this point slightly above or at the same level as Hadric. Gondork suddenly lets out a laugh. It's not the kind of laugh that someone lets out when they're being amused by something. It's more the kind of laugh that you would normally expect to hear from someone who's only a few moments away from snapping. What a day this has been, Gondok says once he is done laughing. First I had to babysit that whiny teleporter guy. I get taken for a fool by these two chumps, and now my trusted comrade in arm tells me that he's about to cut my arms off. And to top it all off, this is the most annoying buzzing sound in the background, on and on and on while I'm trying to talk, and it's pissing me off.